So this week, OpenAI shipped 6 new plugins that are going to completely change the way you work. One for every kind of job, from data analytics to product design. And in this video, I'm going to cover everything they shipped and demo the plugins worth your time. So by the end, you'll know how to get the most out of Codex and become an absolute productivity machine at your job. Unless you don't want to do that. Maybe you like staying late at work. I don't know. So it's safe to say that Codex is quickly becoming the AI super app we've always dreamed of. And here's why this drop is such a big deal. Up until now, Codex has had two things: plugins, which lets you connect an app like Gmail, Slack, Asana, and then skills. Skills are the instructions that guide your agent on how to use a plugin or run a task. But what these new plugins do is take that to the next level. They're called role-specific plugins, and each one bundles together all of the apps a whole job needs, plus a set of hyper-specific skills that tell the agent exactly how that role works. So let me show you what I mean. If we take a job like data analytics, if you're using Codex in your day-to-day as a data analyst previously, you'd have to hook up each app yourself. So you would be adding different plugins like Gmail, like Snowflake, like Databricks. Now they are all bundled together in one. So if we go to this data analytics plugin here, you can see we have all of these different applications as well as a number of skills. So this is skills for the job like KPI reporting, like building dashboards, like product and business analysis. And if we open one of these skills like product and business analysis, you can see how detailed it gets into the framework and the thinking behind how this agent works. So we have things like workflow, start from the decision, identify the decision, audience and action the analysis should inform, but before choosing data sources or metrics, state plainly, do not clear scope. And then it just keeps going. And it's super, super detailed with all of these different skills. And that's just one of 14 skills that we have here. So when you talk to this data analysis plugin, it essentially functions as, I don't know, a teammate or a coworker with all of this background knowledge. If you've connected to these apps, that has all of that data within the apps, as well as detailed instructions in these skill files on how to execute the apps, but also do other things like building dashboards and market sizing and validating data, all of that. So that's the actual plugin breakdown, but let me show you some of these role-specific plugins in action. So we're going to demo a couple of these. First up is product design. So if I go over to the product design plugin, in Codex's own words, they say you can turn early ideas into prototypes, explore product directions, audit user flows, research user friction, prototype from a live URL. So it's functioning as a product designer would. And we have all of these different skills to support the product designer, including the new Sites plugin that they just launched, to actually start to mock these up and build these out. And let's actually talk with our product designer and launch our multi-million-dollar app. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to start from scratch and literally see if it can find an idea and then mock it up and then build it out. So I'm going to say this. I'm going to say, find me a profitable app that a one person can run with very little maintenance or overhead, something that makes a couple $100 a day, then we'll build out our own better version. So I'm asking it to do some research first and then start to mock this up. Okay, Codex, let's see what you got. The app I'd build, Ledger Proof, a local first or privacy first web app that converts bank credit card statement PDFs into clean transaction tables. All right, that's actually not a bad idea. I did some Reddit research, looked online. I honestly thought I was going to come up with a much worse idea. And it's a relatively simple app to build because it's just using OCR to extract PDFs. All right, let's build it. So now what I'll say is now go through all the steps and the skills within the product design plugin and build this entire product out. So I really wanted to give it specific directions on using the product design plugin because there's specific skills there that I want to make sure it's referencing, and it's just kind of going through the flow one by one. And what it will probably do, if we go back to the product design plugin, is if it's sticking to these skills, it will start by writing a brief, what we're building and who's it for, then ideating of probably a few visual directions to react to, and then moving into prototyping and then turning that idea into something that is real. Jesus, in already like 2 minutes, it mocked up an entire dashboard. Ledger Proof. I don't know how it just did that, but I mean, looks freaking good. That's a clean looking dashboard there, Codex. So it is now, I think, just queuing its work, and then it is coming up with 3 visual directions for me to react to. We got 2 other options here. This one's pretty good too. Ooh, I think I like that one. And then the third option, these are a little busy, but for an initial mock-up, pretty darn impressive. I think I like 2, so we'll say proceed with 2. First pass of Ledger Proof, our new $1 million app, and it's looking pretty freaking good. Codex just doing a great job at designing dashboards. This is just feels like a Stripe type dashboard or something. I like these little subtle colors here. Nice and professional, gets the job done, but it looks great. I don't know what confidence is. I'm a little concerned about confidence. 65% that it extracted the correct number from the PDF, but point being, this looks great. So I don't know what we do next. Approved. What's next? Next is turning the prototype into an MVP. Okay, I'm just gonna stop here for this product design demo. I think you get the idea. Maybe I try to launch this. Point being, Codex with a product design plugin just went from me asking it to give me an idea to a functional prototype in like 10 minutes. I'd also be willing to bet that the reason this design was so good from a one-shot, this design here, was because it was using the product design plugin and following all of these design skill best practices that are embedded there. Now, okay, granted, you're probably not building an app from scratch in your day-to-day. So let's get into a role-specific plugin you might actually be working with. This is the creative production plugin. It will turn a brief into a finished on-brand marketing asset for things like ads or campaign images, anything like that. And if you're not a creative, if you're not in marketing, it works just as well for any kind of creative production you're doing. So if you're doing, deck design, or if you're just trying to mock something up, which is really the whole beauty of these role-specific plugins, you don't need to be, say, a data analyst or a product designer to get the most out of these, to actually use these plugins, and anyone can open any of these and just do the work that used to need a specialist. So I'm gonna treat this like a real creative exploratory. We'll start with a product shot from a real e-com brand called Wild Roman. And the first step is creative exploratory. So we will start with a mood board. This is also documented as a skill within the creative production plugin. If we just go here, mood board explorer, and we have all these instructions like build a personalized image first mood board stream for a light intake, yada, yada, yada. A ton of instructions in this skill. So we'll go up here and just add this plugin and then just chat with the plugin here. And I'll say, here's our product, Wild Roman. Let's start with the mood board. Give me a few campaign directions to explore. So we'll just grab this image here, go back to Codex, paste that image in, and let it start coming up with a mood board. It asks a couple questions. We have this nice interactive mood board intake here. What should it feel? What elements must be included? Which creative lane feels closest? I don't know the difference between any of these, but confident, calm, sure, why not? Stone and ceramic. Can I select multiple? Yeah, hell yeah. Let's select a bunch of these. And I've mentioned this ad nauseum, but the beauty of Codex is we're using the best image generation model in the world as well with GPT Image 2. So all of this is embedded. We don't need to connect an API key. We don't need to go to a separate service or anything like that. It's all in Codex. And in just a few minutes, we've got a nice, beautiful looking mood board. It really went hard on the hands for some reason. I'm not sure why. There are hands everywhere. Maybe that's what I selected when it asked me those questions. But anyway, there's a couple good shots here. I like this one. And the beauty of this too is, this is specific to the creative production skill. They kind of have made this little mini app where you can attach this to a message and you can chat with the agent about this specific photo, or you could remix it. And it actually is dynamically giving you different options. Editorial hands, cleaner, tighter hierarchy, more premium campaign finish. Minimal hands, motion hands. I don't know why it's focusing so much on hands. Colors, warm, cool, accent, character, no human, everyday user, props, really gets detailed here. So this is much more than just a, markdown file. They are building out this entire interface here, and you can really get creative with remixing these images if you'd like. But for now, I'm just gonna choose this image, click attach, and then in the message, I'll just say, okay, I like this photo. Can you turn this into an ad with text for social media? A couple of these images generated. Now the text could use some work in the call to action. It's very funky, but what we could do now is, instead of trying to tweak this in Codex, we can stack on another plugin, which is the Canva plugin, which we can do by just clicking in here and then going open in Canva, and that's just going to send a message to this agent here, and it's going to open with our Canva plugin. And then if we open it in Canva here, we can go edit in Canva, and it opens up just like this. Then we can actually edit this text, zoom in here, change this, change the gradient. So you've got basically an end-to-end creative pipeline in Codex with this creative production plugin. All right, for our final demo, let's move down the customer acquisition funnel to the part that hits the bottom line directly. We're gonna see how good Codex really is at beefing up a sales team with the sales role specific plugin. So if we go back to Codex, plugins, select sales, install that one time. And this plugin connects all of the tools a rep would live in. So we have go-to-market and enrichment like Calais and Apollo. We have meeting transcription. We have Google and Microsoft suites, the CRMs. All of these tools are natively integrated within this plugin. Not to mention we've got some useful skills like follow up after call, HubSpot user guides, building a competitive brief, building a business use case, all of that kind of stuff. We have Salesforce use guides, Zoom info. So a lot of these are kind of built in and will help instruct this plugin to use all the tools correctly and follow all the details there. So I've already got HubSpot connected. So let's put this thing to work. I'm going to go back to chat here, go up, hit try and chat, and say at sales, pull my pipeline from HubSpot and build me a forecast review, which deals are at risk, which are slipping, and what should I do next. I have this pretty comprehensive of HubSpot CRM that I've built out with a bunch of dummy data. And I've actually marked some of these deals and try to update these and make it look as realistic as possible so we can test to see how well this agent does with the sales plugin. I'm just going to go back to Codex, hit enter. Okay, we've got a spreadsheet here, but it doesn't look great. So what we can also do is use this new feature called annotations, where you just click this annotating button and then you can click anything here. I'm just going to select all of these, just expand this panel to see, select all of these again. I'm just going to say, can we clean this up into a more organized spreadsheet? And it just sends that to the agent, and the agent knows exactly what I'm referring to, and it's going to start working on that. And then we get a nice cleaner looking spreadsheet. It also mocked up this as a dashboard to visualize it in another way. So a relatively basic example, but I mean, this functions as essentially another sales team member. If you want to, say, clean up your CRM or find dead leads to reactivate, list goes on and on. Honestly, the best way to see what you can do with this sales plugin is just go to the plugin and look at all of the skills, or just ask your Codex agent. And if I wanted to, I could actually take this forecasting review dashboard that it just created and publish this whole thing as a shareable site for a team to log into and use by just calling this @Sites plugin, which is actually the other big thing that OpenAI just dropped this week called Codex Sites. I did a deep dive on that as well. You can check out that video here, but it's safe to say Codex is encroaching on knowledge work and becoming the everything productivity app. So I hope you found this walkthrough helpful and you got some value out of it. If you did, would love a like, subscribe, all the things. And let me know if any of these plugins stood out and what you want me to cover next.